Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to be reviewing the third part of your final project, which is the Annotated Bibliography Part 3. For Annotated Bibliography, here's what I need you to think about. So this assumes that you've completed part 2 and of course part 1, and then you have a list of sources that you've used. Now in an Annotated Bibliography, it assumes that you are able to gather all your source lists, and then you are going to follow a particular format as specified in this handout. So for the annotated bibliography, here are the specifications. There is going to be an annotation, which is a summary and evaluation of a source. And for you to create an annotation, you are going to cite your source according to the MLA format citation. Then you are going to provide an annotation of that source. So what does that mean? To provide an annotation of a source, here's a trick I would recommend, or the easy way to do this. The first thing you need to do is establish the credibility of your source. Tell us something about the author and where, how, and where and when the source was published. I have also called this the TTAVT formula. If you want to know more about this, look at the materials under the final assignment project. I've also discussed this in the class. The TTAVT stands for title, text, author, verb, and thesis. And if you use this formula, you can capture essentially the quick summary of your essay or the points of the article. So this is going to be relevant, especially when you're talking about the source, when you're talking about the thesis of your article. So what are the main points or arguments or ideas covered in the source? That's another aspect you will cover in source annotation. You want to tell us something more. Don't just say this is a thesis. You want to highlight some of the main points, so that your audience can evaluate and say, oh, this is a source that maybe I can use, or maybe this is why this source is very relevant. Not only because it's about this position, which is the thesis that you would tell them, but only because it also has this it also covers these other topics. The next part of it is called a source evaluation. An evaluation, as I said, is different from a summary. So in your source evaluation, you will tell your audience how the source helped you with your research. How did the source help you with researching questions that you had prior to or during the course of the project? Why did you choose the source? In what ways did it help you? In what way is it different from other sources? Or how did it add to the research topics, debates, issues, or controversies? So you should be able to highlight that in the source evaluation part. And this is the rubric, or should I say the grading criteria I'm going to look at. I'm going to make sure you need to have all the required specifications, that if I ask you to do 1, 2, 3 and 1 or 2 is missing, then you can expect some point deductions. You must be able to accurately cite your sources. Of course, there should be an evaluation of your source, and as well as an annotation of your sources as well. At least, I'm saying the minimum of 6 sources that you use for your research. If you want, you can do all of the sources you use, but that might be a lot. I just need to say 6. Then I need to see that you attended to the required source citation, evaluation, and annotation section as I've highlighted. So you must have information about source citation, source annotation, and source evaluation. As to a sample annotation, I have that posted on D2L. That should help you and give you an idea of what I'm expecting, and you can follow the sample as you work on your annotated bibliography of part 2. The dates are highlighted here, and as we draw an end to my review of the final project, these are key information that you should pay attention to. In creating this assignment, I looked at sources myself, I researched it myself, and so if you need help for your research paper, you can find answers or sample topics or ideas, research topic ideas. If you look at CQ Researcher, Issues and Controversy, Academic Search Complete, these are all databases that you will be introduced to by the librarian. So pay attention when we're going through the library information session, because you can learn a lot from your librarian. The next part that I want you to focus on is the website of the school. Maybe you need further assistance with library research. You can go to the librarian at the school and for more research. If you think this is going to be too challenging, too complicated for you, well, we've got hours and location for the Oakton's Learning Center. Make sure you look at the information here, and again, once again, the information is posted. So that concludes my review of Part 3, Annotated Bibliography for the final assignment projects. And that concludes my review of the final assignment project, research proposal, argumentative essay, and annotated bibliography assignment. I hope this has been helpful. Good luck as you begin your assignment project.